Villagers, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. Today we are taking a deep dive into a major diplomatic and economic update that was recently broadcast on Mali's primary national television network, ORTM1. If you follow West African geopolitics and governance, you will know that Mali is currently undergoing a significant historical transition between shifting international alliances, internal political reforms, and national security restructuring. There is a constant stream of big headlines coming out of Bamako, but beyond the high-level political announcements, there are critical daily governance operations taking place that directly impact the lives of ordinary citizens. A recent report on ORTM1 brought one of these essential meetings into focus. The report covered a high-level gathering at the International Conference Center of Bamako, hosted by the President of the National Transition Council, Army Corps General Malik Diaw. During this session, General Diaw received two major delegations, one representing Switzerland, led by Claude Wadila, the head of the Swiss Cooperation Office, and the other representing Mali's National Center for Volunteering, led by its Director General Ousmane Simo Diallo. On the surface, a broadcast showing diplomats and government officials shaking hands in a conference room might seem like standard diplomatic routes, but when you analyze what was actually discussed in that room, you quickly realize this meeting touches on two of the most critical pillars for Mali's long-term stability: foreign development cooperation and youth unemployment. Let's first analyze the international dimension of this ORTM1 report, the bilateral relationship between Mali and Switzerland. Mali and Switzerland shared a formal diplomatic and developmental relationship that spans 49 years. That is really half a century of continuous bilateral cooperation in a region where many traditional international partnerships are currently being questioned, re-evaluated, or completely severed. Maintaining a nearly 50-year partnership carries substantial diplomatic weight.
Going to the CCB, where the President of the National Council, Corps General Malik Diaw, received one hearing the head of the Cooperation Office, Switzerland, and the Director General of the National Volunteer Center of Mali. If the first announced, renew its commitment to strengthen its partnership with Mali, the second came to ask for the expertise of the institution to succeed in its missions with the youth of Mali, including their employability. The synthesis of these two auditions is with Birama Traoré. Between Mali and Switzerland seems to be the same. 49 years of bilateral cooperation, one common will: stop working together more. To relieve more Malians, our work areas are quite various, but at the heart of it is the population. Malian. It's the protection of civilians. It's make sure that services that are offered to the population are of high quality, also managed in a way effective by communities, including and regardless of the work axis of the Switzerland, that it is in the humanitarian, that it is in professional training, whether it's in the development of a pastoral agricultural value chain or in the promotion of peace, is really to make sure that authorities, then communities, and the population take their responsibilities, and that they are in dialogue. And my observation after a few months is that the results are convincing. Of diplomacy to the promotion of volunteerism with exchanges at the heart. Malian youth whose employability is strongly encouraged by the National Volunteer Center of Mali, one structure looking for ways to better cope with its given the needs expressed by public structures, and that is communities and ministerial departments. The real need is displayed around the 5,030 volunteers against 200 that we want to recruit, so the gap is big. And how do we want? Search with the authorities, and the most necessary in any case to have the mechanisms of sector financing is so clear. The plea continues for the National Voluntary Centers of Mali. The declared will support government efforts in the fight against youth unemployment.
What makes the SWIFT partnership particularly interesting is its explicit focus on decentralized practical development, as Cloud emphasized in his address. Swift cooperation in Mali is structured around diverse yet directly impactful sectors. These include civilian protection, humanitarian aid, strengthening local governance, vocational training, developing agricultural and pastoral value chains, and supporting local peace-building initiatives. This multi-sector approach addresses a vital operational reality. While major geopolitical debates happen in capital cities, rural communities and regional municipalities face immediate practical challenges every single day. Farmers need sustainable agricultural supply chains, pastoralists need secure routes and resources, young people need trade skills, and local governments need the administrative tools to deliver basic public services. The SWIFT strategy focuses on building local ownership, ensuring that local communities and decentralized authorities have the tools and dialogue frameworks needed to take charge of their own development. The envoy noted that after months of evaluating this program, the field results remain strong and promising, signaling a continued commitment to staying the course in Mali. Now, let's pivot to the second part of the meeting highlighted by ORTM1, which addresses what is arguably the most urgent internal challenges facing the nation: youth unemployment and national voluntary. Mali, like many nations across West Africa, poses a vast young population. This demographic energy represents the country's greatest potential asset, but without structured opportunities, high youth unemployment can easily turn into severe economic and social strain. During the audience with General Malik Dao, Osman Simo, the Director General of National Center for Voluntary in Mali, presented a set of striking figures that reveal the sheer scale of the challenge and the opportunity ahead. According to the data shared in the report, public institutions, ministerial departments, and local municipal authorities across Mali have expressed an immediate need for approximately 5,000 volunteers. These are not arbitrary numbers. They represent real operational gaps in local governance, community administration, and educational support and rural development projects where young educated Malians could be deployed immediately to serve their country. However, the current financial reality creates a massive bottleneck. The National Center for Voluntary currently has the budgetary capacity to recruit and support only 200 volunteers out of the 5,000 demand. When you look at those numbers, the gap becomes clear. There is a shortfall of over 4,000 volunteer positions that public structures desperately need, but which the center cannot activate due to limited funding mechanisms. This brings us to the core strategic motive behind holding this joint audience at the National Transition Council. Volunteering in Mali is not viewed merely as unpaid community service. It is a vital socio-economic bridge. It provides young graduates and skilled workers with actual professional experience, integrates them into public service workflows, improve their overall employability, and gives them a direct stake in national building. By taking this advocacy directly to the President of the National Transition Council, the leadership of the National Center for Voluntary is pushing for institutional support to secure permanent, sustainable national funding mechanisms. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and Mali.